In this video, we're going to explore a traditional method of planting pepper plants using natural ingredients that give the soil strength and help the plants grow healthy and full of fruits. This method focuses on preparing the soil in the right way, using simple homemade fertilizers, and creating the best conditions for the young plants to grow. Every step we take in the beginning plays a very big role in the final harvest. Watch till the end to understand how you can give your pepper plants the strongest start possible. We begin by preparing a raised garden bed. This step is very important because good soil is the foundation of any healthy plant. First, the bed must be cleaned properly. Old plants, dry leaves, weeds, and any unwanted growth must be removed. If there are some vegetables that still look fresh and usable, they can be kept aside. But anything that is spoiled, overripe, or damaged, such as soft tomatoes, rotting fruit pieces, or wilted greens, should be chopped into small pieces. These pieces are not thrown away. Instead, they are going to become valuable food for the soil. After cleaning the bed, the next step is to dig a trench. This trench should be long and deep enough to hold all the chopped vegetables, leaves, and waste from the kitchen. Instead of a trench, smaller holes can also be made, but for larger beds, a trench works better. It allows the nutrients to spread evenly across the bed, reaching all the plants. All the chopped vegetable pieces, leaves, and kitchen scraps are then added into this trench. These organic materials are rich in natural nutrients, and as they break down, they feed the soil. This process is called decomposition, and it is done by tiny living organisms that live in the soil. As they work on breaking down the waste, they multiply and make the soil more alive, rich, and full of energy. To support these soil microbes, a layer of vermicompost is added over the organic waste. Vermicompost is a natural fertilizer made with the help of earthworms. It is soft, dark, and full of life. It contains tiny creatures, good bacteria, and nutrients that help plants grow faster and healthier. It improves the soil's texture and allows roots to spread easily. Next, a thin layer of mustard cake powder is sprinkled on top. This powder is made from mustard seeds after the oil has been extracted. It is packed with nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are all necessary for plant growth. Nitrogen helps in making the leaves green and healthy. Phosphorus strengthens the roots, and potassium protects the plant from diseases and stress. After adding all the ingredients, the trench is carefully covered with the same soil that was removed earlier. This helps to hold the moisture, block out any bad smell, and protect the friendly microbes and worms underneath. Once the soil is leveled, generous watering is done. Water is not just for the plants. It also wakes up the living organisms in the soil and helps the waste break down faster. After a few days, when the buried materials have started decomposing, a layer of compost or well-rotted manure is added on top of the bed. This extra layer adds even more nutrients to the soil and improves its structure. It makes the soil softer, holds more water, and supports the life cycle of the helpful microbes. This final step ensures that the garden bed is now fully charged and ready for planting. Now comes the time to plant the young pepper plants. These small plants are ready to be transplanted because the outdoor weather is warm enough. Each seedling is removed carefully from the tray, making sure the roots are not damaged. A hole is made in the prepared soil, and the plant is placed gently into it. This distance allows the plants to grow freely, without fighting for food, water, or sunlight. It also improves airflow, which keeps diseases away. Once the planting is done, The young plants are given a very gentle drink of diluted weed liquid fertilizer. This fertilizer was made a few days earlier using weeds collected from the garden. The weeds were soaked in water and allowed to ferment naturally. This creates a powerful liquid that is full of nutrients. When it is diluted properly and given to young plants, it helps their roots grow strong without overwhelming them. The nutrients are absorbed slowly, giving the plants the steady energy they need to settle in the new soil. If you are curious about how this weed liquid fertilizer is made, we have a full tutorial available on our channel. It explains the process step by step and shows how simple garden weeds can be turned into a useful plant food. Don't forget to check it out.
Pepper plants, whether hot or bell peppers, can be saved year after year by following a simple process. Many people think pepper plants are annuals, but they are actually perennials. This means they can live for several years if cared for properly. By saving your pepper plants at the end of each fruiting season, you not only preserve your favorite varieties, but also get a head start on the next growing season. This can lead to harvesting more peppers earlier in the year. The first step is to select your favorite pepper plants. Once you've decided which ones you want to keep, you need to harvest any peppers that are still on the plant. This allows the plant to focus its energy on surviving the winter, rather than producing more fruit. After harvesting, it's time to prune the plant. This is the hardest part for many people because it involves cutting back a large portion of the plant. You should prune the plant very heavily, removing about 60 to 70% of its growth. This might seem drastic, but it's necessary to help the plant conserve energy during the colder months. After pruning, the next step is to dig up the plant. This should be done carefully to avoid disturbing the root ball too much. If the roots are damaged or disturbed too much, the plant could go into shock and die. Once you have dug up the plant with its root ball intact, it's time to transplant it into a container. The container will allow you to move the plant indoors or into a greenhouse when the weather gets too cold. When transplanting, make sure to give the plant some slow-releasing fertilizer like bone meal. This type of fertilizer provides nutrients over a long period, which is important because the plant will be in the container for several months. After adding the fertilizer, top off the container with some new soil or compost. This fresh soil will give the plant a boost and help it recover from the shock of being transplanted. Finally, give the plant a good watering. If the weather is mild at night and not too cold, you can keep the container outside. However, as soon as the nights start getting too cold, it's time to move the plant to a greenhouse or another protected area. This will keep the plant safe from frost and other harsh conditions that could kill it. And that's it. By following these steps, you can save your pepper plants year after year. This can save you nearly 2 months compared to starting new plants from seed. Plus, you'll get the satisfaction of knowing that the same plants are producing fruit for you year after year. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more gardening tips, be sure to like, subscribe, and explore our other videos.